Hello guys, I'm going to do an information analysis on Blackjack Asphalt. Blackjack Asphalt was founded in 1988. It's a mom and pop type establishment, has evolved into a complete asphalt service system, providing full maintenance, service, and new installation. I'd like to remind everyone of what the definition is for MIS according to our book. Management Information Systems is a business function like accounting and human resources, which moves information about people, products, and processes across the company to facilitate decision-making and problem-solving. I'll be using a SWOT technique to analyze three processes inside the following departments: accounting, sales, and operations. Before I begin, I'd like you to know that Blackjack is a small business with about 60 to 70 employees, and information about the company is run is not freely accessible. I began working for this company in late February and know little about the information flow. First, a payroll department. The payroll process was chosen because there are obvious strengths and weaknesses. There are hourly and commission employees. Strengths: majority of payroll work is outsourced, and this provides a cost saving. It's tax accountant friendly, meaning that they keep up to date with IRS changes, etc. And they also update technology, which can be very costly for a small business. A couple weaknesses: there's no automated reports for a commission employee. The reports that are produced are time consuming. They're done manually using an Excel in Microsoft Office, and they're prone to mistakes by human error, and I've received many of them. Weakness, another is payroll statement is sent via snail mail. It's slow and it's inconvenient for employees. There's no digital format for saving, sending, etc. statements. So if you need to send something somewhere digitally, you would have to scan it beforehand to get it up into a computer before you could move it. The opportunities in payroll is cloud computing, which would produce reports easier and quicker, and they would be favorable interaction for employees. The threats: outsourcing has potential pitfalls. It's continuity, such as what if the business fails or a natural disaster? How would payroll be taken care of during that downtime? Also security breaches, because you don't really have the ability to know how they're protecting your information, and also cost increases are uncontrollable. So if the company that you're using wants to charge you more, you're just going to have to either eat the cost or you have to find someone else. CRMS in the sales. CRMS was chosen because I use it daily and it's a new system. Zoho is what they're using. It's being integrated into Blackjack. This is really the first year that they've used it. It's a cloud system, and it really streamlines lead delegation. One of the main benefits, they have over 7,500 leads generated each year at Blackjack, and the manager can assign and reassign leads as people, sales guys get busy. He can just move them laterally between different salesmen. Multiple key personnel can access, enter, and change information. Makes it real convenient. Also, there's an app for the phone, which I use a lot. It gives me accessibility to the cloud, but it's available 24/7, and it comes in very handy. It's a cost saving to have a cloud system where you don't have to do backups and things like that. Everything is already taken care of you. Now, how do we get along without digital CRMS? That's a pretty amazing tool that we have, and I wonder how many of you remember what carbon paper is. CRMS weakness: sloppy data entry and training process. Information entered is inaccurate. Sometimes it's missing. There are things like quotes and contracts, changes that are made that need to be put into Zoho, and they're forgotten. Training employees to learn how to use a CRMS is costly, time consuming, and at this point they don't even have a training process. CRMS opportunities: enhance cross-sharing of information, continuity of information when employees leave or are hired, It's really great to be able to have that information up in the cloud where you can pull up a file on a past customer, or maybe they only had an estimate, and you can get to that information and get measurements and know what the quotes were. Training employees and creating process of data entry. In other words, uploading documents, sketches, images of the jobs that we go look at can be very helpful. The threats of CRMS, the importance of accessibility, power outages, ISP interruptions, even Zoho cloud service interruption. Any of those types of things happen, and we can't get to that information, and it's really critical for us. So that's always imposing a big threat. Logistics. Scheduling and managing projects involves a high level of communication across multiple departments, crews, staff, customers, etc. One of the strengths of being a small company is that you have the flexibility to move quickly if changes are needed in a process that's not working properly. Other weaknesses: inefficient communication, job schedule is released late daily, often with errors, no mandatory process in place between project managers and crew leaders, and the project managers, crew leaders, and scheduling do not have a live feed. Opportunities. CRMS provides multiple channels of communication. There's a couple apps that Zoho have that I wish that we were using. One is called Project, and it's an app that's designed to plan, track, and collaborate as you move through a project for a customer. And also there's another one called Click, and it's designed to just keep all team members connected from the beginning to end. All along the way, as you're making decisions, you can collaborate with each other and then come up with a consensus of which direction you want to go. As far as threats go, it's really down to poor communication. It leads to employee frustration. It lowers the morale. Then work performance will suffer, and you get dissatisfied customers, which that's costly in more ways than one. The analysis of this Blackjack Asphalt company and gathering information using the SWOT tool helps determine a competitive advantage. Analyzing each system, fleshing out strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats provides an internal look of the processes in place. Upon acquiring this information, comparisons can be made to competitors' plans, activities, and services. Unfortunately, any advantages determined are generally short-lived and require constant reassessing as competitors can continually change. Blackjack Asphalt has many opportunities to use technology and operate more efficiently, cross-functionally between departments. Recommendations for payroll. Traditional payroll systems are high maintenance. It's difficult to update technology. There's security risks, data backups, and recovery nightmares, just to name a couple things. By using cloud computing, Blackjack could eliminate these threats that I just mentioned, and they could provide a better reporting and friendlier, more efficient payroll statements and access for employees. The CRMS recommendation, the dirty information and underskilled employees, too many data entry errors, no training process. Process implementation and training, that's what they need. They need to implement a process to reduce data entry errors. They need to implement a process verifying information is being uploaded to CRMS. And they also need initial training and ongoing employee training as we evolve as a company. Recommendation for logistics. Again, in scheduling, this poor communication and process is dysfunctional. Scheduling is disconnected from other departments. Main operatives for project fulfillment are disconnected. We just don't communicate. Zoho will give us plenty of opportunity with training and implementation of these things. We could overcome a lot of inefficiencies. The data is available, but the information is not being shared. And a live feed is imperative for these projects, which that app Click is in Zoho. We could use that so that everybody could be on the same page from the beginning to the end. In my summation, successful companies operate cross-functionally, integrating the operations of all departments. What Blackjack needs is orientation and training. They need to assess their management structure, which I believe and would prefer operational level structure. Employees develop, control, and maintain core business activities required to run the day-to-day operations. Thank you.